Hi guys, it's Joe from Musiversal here. I just wanted to show you how to easily and quickly convert your musical ideas and MIDI files into musical notation that we can easily read from. So the first thing I'm going to do is to record my cello part. Open up the piano roll here. Okay, so the idea here is to try and be as clean and simple as possible. This is not really the time to be expressive, as we'll do that in the session. We'll bring your music to life and make it expressive and all of that. So here it's just about displaying to us your ideas in as clear a way as possible. So the first thing we want to do here is quantize, and I didn't play anything smaller than an eighth, so I'm going to go ahead and quantize as an eighth. If I'd made any small mistakes, small notes here, I would want to delete those and make everything as tidy and as perfect as possible at this stage. So the next problem is these overlapping notes here. These are going to cause a lot of havoc when converting to score. So in order to solve this problem, we need to select all, and we need to go to edit, the edit menu up here, and then go down to trim, and it's note to remove overlaps with adjacent. We do that, and now everything is a lot tidier. The other thing I would do at this stage is to think about your last notes. How long do you want them? This is a good stage to think about this, and so accordingly, adjust accordingly to the end of the bar or whatever you want to do. So now this looks pretty tidy. Everything is all straight. So we're going to export this MIDI file. So we go File, Export, Selection as MIDI file, and cello part. Okay, so now we're ready to quit Logic Pro. Now we're going to use this software here called MuseScore. This is a free musical notation software with a very large user community online. So any question you ask is readily answered on Google. There's a lot of people talking about this. I found it very easy to get answers to questions, which is a huge bonus. And it's free, obviously, so it's a no-brainer. So what we're going to do is open our MIDI part here. Oh, cello part. Okay, so this is the MIDI file being opened by MuseScore. So one thing we can notice is already guessed the key. So we're already in the key of the part we've played. This is really useful if you guys don't know much about theory. It's already doing it for you. So this is already a very clear part. And if you were to give me this in a session, we could discuss articulations like slurring and legato. A lot of you guys, for example, always ask to play legato, and I'll just do it as I see fit. That might be fine. But if you are going to write for more than one string part and you want us all to do the same articulation as obviously we would in a professional environment, then I would say you would kind of need to write that in for us, as when we're kind of listening out for it, kind of wastes a lot of time, and it might not be so accurate. So the way to do this is to, let's say you guys want to slur, some notes together. So we're going to press shift, select these two, and go over to the menu here. This down here has everything we need, and it's under lines. So a slur is a line, and it's the first one. So now these will be slurred together. Let's say you want to go a bit further and you want to add a little bit more variation into your articulation. You want to play this bar as a dot. So you want to have a staccato over these four notes here. So we're going to select them here, and then we're going to go to articulations, and here is a staccato dot. So now we'll all play these as detached crotchets, fourth notes. So we might want to slur these two, So again, we go down to lines. And if we want more emphasis on certain notes, you can go to articulations and go accent. Okay, and you know, tenuto, there is all sorts of things here, and it shows you what everything is. If you want to go further, I would suggest putting in some dynamics. So we go dynamics here. For those of you that don't know, this is starting at the quietest and getting to the very loudest. So 3 P's, piano, which means soft, and 3 F's, forte, which means strong. So kind of in basic terms, I guess that means loud, really. So let's say we want it to start quiet or soft. So we'll start P, and then maybe we want to go to this as a climax, this note as a climax. So we want to crescendo through this note. So if we want to do that, we go to lines again, and we see this is a crescendo hairpin, so it's labeled. We click on that, move it so it looks nice, and then we're gonna. This means I'm gonna start soft, and I'm gonna crescendo through this bar, and I'm gonna hit this, and this will be the climax of the phrase. Maybe you want to come back down again, so we have a diminuendo hairpin, and a little accent, and you know. If you really want a big crescendo, then you might want to put a forte here. If it's a really big gesture, then obviously we'd go to a forte on this bar and come back down probably to piano. So yeah, just a few tips on how to kind of express what you guys want in your music. And if you can express it on the page here, then in our 30-minute sessions, we can concentrate more on like the character and the kind of extra musical things that we want to get into the music, rather than kind of getting bogged down on whether it should be slurred or which articulation, and you know, how long the note should be, and so on. So yeah, once we've got this right, we want to go ahead and export as PDF, cello part on the desktop, and it is right here as a PDF, so you can then send this as into your folder for Musiversal. And yeah, this is a professional looking part. Okay, I hope this helps. Thank you guys.